45 years ago this summer, the Watergate scandal, which had preoccupied the nation for 2 years, culminated with the resignation of President Richard Nixon and touched off a period of activism and reform on Capitol Hill. In the years that followed, Congress worked to ensure transparency and prevent the abuse of executive power, informed not only by the work of 2 special prosecutors, but also by the good investigative work of multiple House and Senate committees. The Watergate investigations exposed an array of abuses of power by a craven president and his associates. In response to illegal campaign contributions, the Congress enacted Federal Elections Commission, required disclosure, placed limits on how much candidates could raise and spend. When Congress discovered that private information held by the IRS and other agencies had been used for political purposes, Congress passed the Privacy Act, restricting government use of Americans' private data. The Watergate era bears more than a passing resemblance to the tumult of the last 3 years, and today, as in the 1970s, Congress has a responsibility to act to fortify our democracy and our institutions. Even in redacted form, the Mueller report has illuminated serious gaps in laws intended to protect our nation's electoral and political process. The investigation, moreover, exposed weaknesses in the way our government tracks and responds to foreign influence efforts. Like other committees, the House Intelligence Committee is undertaking a close review of the report to develop necessary legislative reforms to protect our nation moving forward. But to fully assess the legislative implications, it's imperative that Congress, including our committee, receive the full unredacted report as well as crucial underlying evidence. The report makes clear that the Special Counsel's mandate did not extend to broader foreign influence activities. The Intelligence Committee, therefore, is undertaking an investigation and related oversight work focused on efforts by Russia and other foreign actors to influence our political process before, during, and since the 2016 election. A core component is to understand how Russia and other foreign powers use financial levers to further their geopolitical goals, and whether and to what extent financial entanglements exist and may have been used to influence or compromise Americans, including President Trump, his family, and associates. Working with the Financial Services Committee, the Intelligence Committee has requested information from financial institutions, information that will be vital to fully identify the scope of this threat, the financial means and methods that foreign adversaries use, and the counterintelligence vulnerabilities of U.S. officials and institutions. The committee's ongoing investigation and oversight, along with other committee investigations, will inform a wide range of legislation and appropriation decisions, including to require financial transparency so that politicians can never again hide significant financial vulnerabilities from the American people, strengthen legal authorities and capabilities for our intelligence and law enforcement agencies to better track illicit financial flows, deter presidential abuses of power by instituting constraints on the corrupt misuse of the presidency, such as legislation I've introduced to rein in the abuse of the pardon power, toughen foreign agent registration to prohibit tactics used by our foreign adversaries' unofficial surrogates, ensure that campaign finance laws prohibit a campaign from taking help from foreign actors and require reporting to law enforcement of nefarious outreach from foreign powers, regulate presidential transitions and inaugurations to prevent foreign powers from exercising undue influence, counter covert active measures campaigns by enhancing cybersecurity, combat hacking, and reform security clearance processes to help prevent compromised individuals from receiving access to our nation's most sensitive secrets. For nearly 250 years, the durability of our republic has rested on our capacity to adapt to changing times and circumstances and to learn from our mistakes. In this effort, Congress has played the leading role and must do so here as well. We are prepared to do the difficult work required, but we need all the information we seek to ensure that we get it right. I yield back.